Konnichiwa or Konnichiwa. Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever visited Japan, you've probably noticed a common practice: removing your shoes before entering a house or certain indoor spaces. It might seem unusual at first, but this simple act is a significant part of Japanese culture and etiquette. Today, we're diving into the tradition of shoes off indoors in Japan. We'll explore why this custom exists, where it's practiced, and how to do it properly when you visit a Japanese home, temple, or even a restaurant. First, let's talk about why the practice of taking your shoes off indoors is so deeply rooted in Japanese culture. The custom dates back centuries and is largely tied to the concept of cleanliness and respect for the home. In Japan, the interior of a home is considered a sacred, clean space, and by removing your shoes, you help maintain that cleanliness. Shoes, as you can imagine, carry dirt and germs from the outside world, and taking them off before stepping into a home or certain spaces keeps the indoors pristine. You'll find this custom practiced in several places, not just in private homes. When you visit a Japanese home, there's usually a specific area near the door called the genkan, which is the entrance area where guests remove their shoes. Besides private homes, it's also common to remove shoes in certain public places like temples, ryokan, traditional inns, and sometimes even in Japanese restaurants, especially those with tatami rooms. You may also be asked to remove your shoes when entering traditional tea houses or when staying at a guest house. Now, let's talk about how to properly remove and store your shoes in Japan. When you remove your shoes at the genkan, always face the door. You'll want to place them neatly, usually with the toes pointing toward the door. In many homes, you'll find a designated area or rack where you can store your shoes, often in a shoe cabinet or a simple shelf. Some places might even offer you slippers to wear inside the house. Be sure to change into the slippers if they're provided. Important tip: never step onto the tatami mats or indoor floors with your outdoor shoes, and never leave shoes out of place. It's considered disrespectful to leave shoes untidy or scattered around. Speaking of slippers, in some places, you may be provided with indoor slippers to wear once you've removed your shoes. However, here's something you should keep in mind. Never wear your slippers on tatami mats. Tatami, which is made from rice straw, is considered a sacred and delicate surface, so it's important to be mindful of this. Usually, you'll be asked to leave your slippers by the door to the tatami area and either walk around barefoot or in socks. If you're in a bathroom or a certain room with tatami, you might even be asked to change into specific bathroom slippers. As I mentioned, taking off shoes is also common in certain public places, like traditional Japanese restaurants with tatami rooms. These places will typically have a genkan area, or a place where you leave your shoes at the entrance. Depending on the restaurant or establishment, you may be asked to change into slippers, or simply sit on the floor in your socks or barefoot. It's an important part of Japanese hospitality, so always be prepared to remove your shoes when entering these kinds of places. Now, let's say you're not sure if you need to take off your shoes. A good rule of thumb is this: if you see others removing their shoes, it's a good idea to follow suit. In some cases, there may be a sign asking you to remove them, or a designated area where shoes should be left. If you're still unsure, don't be afraid to politely ask the host or staff if shoes should be removed. They'll likely guide you with a smile. So there you have it. The tradition of taking off your shoes indoors in Japan is all about respecting cleanliness, tradition, and the space of others. Whether you're visiting a Japanese home, dining in a restaurant, or staying at a ryokan, understanding this simple yet significant custom will help you navigate your visit with ease. Thanks for watching. If you've experienced the shoes-off tradition in Japan, we'd love to hear about your experience. Leave a comment below and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on Japanese culture and travel. See you in the next video.